What's up, everyone? My name is Tyler Wargo.
And I'm Nicky Perella.
And welcome to the Sports Grind. Today, we have a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about the XFL scores from Week 3, and we're going to be talking about Week 4 that's coming up this upcoming weekend. We are also going to be talking about the XFL QB rankings. That is what Mickey will be doing today.
Yes,
He's going to be
Yes,
giving
indeed.
his inside scoop on the rankings. We also are going to be talking about the NBA scores. And lastly, we're going to be talking about MLB players, and they're already getting hurt.
Yeah.
And it's only spring training, and it's not even like the actual season for baseball.
Indeed.
So without further ado, let's start off with the XFL scores, as we have the Houston Roughnecks as they beat the Vipers 34-29 in Tampa.
Let's go. PJ Walker's on the roll. He's on the roll, boys.
Your Roughnecks are looking really good. They
are. They're 3-0 right now. They're the only
They're undefeated.
They're undefeated right now.
What if they go, I don't know about this, but what if they go undefeated the whole season? I mean, there's not that much teams in the XFL.
They obviously could.
They could.
That would be incredible.
Honestly,
PJ
that would be
Walker's
nice to
great,
see.
man. He's great.
That's your main team to focus on in the XFL.
Yeah.
We also got the Dallas Renegades as they beat the Seattle Dragons 24-12, upsetting the Dragon fans. So for all you Dragons fans out there, sorry for the loss. Let's hope I think they can pick themselves up from that.
Yeah, I think the Dragons have been kind of inconsistent.
Yeah.
Sometimes they look like they're like the best team, and sometimes they just look pathetic.
But some teams have their off days and they have the good days. I mean,
they'll be in the middle of the pack by the end of the year.
Maybe this weekend they could pick up a nice win. You never know.
We'll see.
But we also have the New York Guardians took a loss against the St. Louis Battlehawks 29-9. The New York Guardians took another upset. They are like your most, like they're
I don't think it's even an upset anymore. I think they're just terrible.
They're done
at this point. I mean, if you just look at their team,
they keep losing.
Matt McGloin really, he's just not been good. He's been so deplorable so far.
And
honestly,
I don't know if
I just can't watch their games.
I don't know if it's the team.
The Battlehawks had a field day.
I don't know if it's the team chemistry with the New York Guardians or something, but they need to get their act together. They need to start working as a team, understanding what they're doing wrong. And I'm not going to lie, I think I've noticed something just now. 9-29, right? The New York Guardians lost, and their score was 9 last weekend.
Yeah, they're putting up really similar scores.
They literally lost. They took 2 huge upsets, literally that were like the same scores. Mm-hmm. And that's just, it's awful to hear for New York Guardian fans. And I definitely think they definitely should pick up their game. I think they should definitely get more team chemistry going so they can work to work for a win. But other than that, we have the DC Defenders as they took a huge upset against the LA Wildcats, 39-9. So just like the New York Guardians, except the DC Defenders can actually pick themselves up.
They can. The DC Defenders have been the best team besides the Roughnecks this year. They have a really good defense, really good offense. Cardale Jones was pretty good until last game where he just looked bad. I think they'll pick themselves up, and I think they'll get a dub next week.
Well, I think this weekend, I hope, I don't know about you, but I hope the Guardians win. Like, it would be nice to at least see them win a game. I don't like seeing them lose by 9. Lose by 3 touchdowns. You know what I mean?
I know.
So let's hope.
Although I think the Wildcats are going to be a lot better than they started off this year. Josh Johnson's looking pretty good for the Wildcats right now. So we'll see.
We'll see. So without further ado, let's get into Week 4, which is this weekend in the XFL. We have the LA Wildcats. They play the Guardians tomorrow. Like I said, they're playing tomorrow at 2. But like I said, let's hope they don't take another huge upset. I'm tired of seeing the New York Guardians just taking such a huge loss. But we also have another game tomorrow, as it will be the Seattle Dragons as they head to St. Louis at 5 on Fox. Stay tuned for that. But that's another team that we'd like to see. I mean, let's see if the Dragons can pick themselves up from last week.
Let's see.
Let's see if they can shake off their loss. But also, we have both Texas teams going at it, as we have your Houston Roughnecks as they face the Dallas Renegades in Dallas. Now, what do you expect for that game? Do you think PJ Walker will come back and have like another clutch game?
He's going to have another good game. I'm feeling it this week. The Renegades don't really have that good defense. They're really good on the offensive side. I think it's going to be a back-and-forth battle between both of these offenses, and I think the Roughnecks will come out at the end, and they'll be 4-0. But that's just my opinion. I'm a biased
you're
Roughnecks
probably
fan,
right.
but-
I mean, if they're 3-0 right now, and they probably do have really good chemistry, they could definitely beat the Dallas Renegades. It's not like the Dallas Renegades is undefeated. They've taken the loss before, so it's not like they're just completely used to,
Yeah. Most definitely. I just think that the Roughnecks are going to get the win.
Yeah. But lastly, we have the Defenders Lastly, we'll see if the Defenders will take another upset. But like I said, the DC Defenders, they probably shook off their loss. They probably can come back and beat the Vipers, but we'll see.
I think they're going to come back. The Vipers haven't been really good this year. They don't even have a win.
But the Vipers have home advantage. So
They do, but P.J. Walker beat him at home. We'll see.
That's true. I mean, I know in the NFL, fan base is like a big part. Like, fan base plays a huge role in like how the team plays. It really works. Team chemistry and fan base have a lot in common.
Yep.
So, if the Vipers bring that out with their fan base and their team chemistry, I think they'll do well.
All right.
So without further ado, let's get to the XFL QB rankings with Mickey.
All right. Let's get into these quarterback rankings. All right. So we're going to be starting
You know what
off.
he's going to say? He's going to say P.J. Walker for number 1. You know it.
We'll see.
We'll see.
All right. So we're going to start off at number 8, and coming in at number 8 has been Matt McGloin of the Guardians. He has been outright deplorable. Their team has been outright deplorable. He hasn't shown any confidence, and he hasn't shown any confidence in the team. He's the obvious spot for number 8, and he definitely needs to improve next week. Coming in at number 7, we have the Tampa Bay Vipers, Taylor Cornelius. He's the backup right now. The starter, Aaron Murray, is hurt. There's nothing really he can do at the moment. He's just trying to just fill in, I guess. And he's just, not as talented as some of the other guys. Coming in at number 6 has been Brandon Silvers of the Seattle Dragons. He's been inconsistent. He had some good games. He's had some bad games. I think he'll probably have a good game and get himself up, but he's just been a little bit inconsistent, so I put him at number 6. Coming in at number 5 has been Landry Jones. He got hurt the first game and didn't play, but the last 2 games, he's been starting to assert himself as a quarterback that you can rely on. And I think that he goes in good at number 5. Coming in at number 4, we have Jordan Ta'amu of the St. Louis Battlehawks. He's been surprisingly good this year, leading his team to a lot of good wins. He's had help on the run game, but I think he's actually done a lot good on the passing game as well. Coming in at number 3 is Cardale Jones. He had a really, really terrible game last week, but the first 2 games, he was great.
Let's see if he can keep that up.
I think he'll go back up in the standings.
I think so too.
And I think he'll be right at number 2. Coming in at number 2, Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson had an absolute field day for the LA Wildcats, and I just think that he's been very good. And NFL teams have gotten a lot of love for him.
Definitely the NFL.
And he's been the most experienced guy on this list by far.
I definitely think the NFL is looking at some of these players.
Oh, definitely.
Because in the XFL, you've got these really good players. Like, you've got these players that are just playing, like, so well that it's like, if they're in the NFL, they could probably do just as good.
All right. And last but not least, coming in at our number 1 spot is P.J. Walker, like you said. I mean, he's just been the best. He's leading every quarterback in every statistical category, and he's leading in wins.
I agree with you.
And he can just do everything on the football field. So
I agree with you.
That is your XFL quarterback rankings for this week, and we will move back over to Tyler.
As we'll also move straight into the NBA scores, because we had NBA action last night. There's only 4 games that played, but anyway, in Philly, we have the hometown 76ers as they took the win against the Knicks, 106 to 115, my bad. Tobias Harris was also the star of the game with 7 rebounds and 7 assists, so
yeah,
honestly,
Tobias Harris really has to lead his team right now. Ben Simmons is hurt.
He's been carrying his team. He's been carrying his team lately, Tobias Harris.
He has, because,
I mean, with
Joel
those assists and with those rebounds.
Embiid is hurt.
Yep.
Ben Simmons is hurt. Their best two players
Joel
are hurt.
Embiid,
They're falling in the standings. Tobias Harris really had a good game, and I think he'll keep them afloat for a little while before they come back. And by the way, Embiid and Simmons have to come back fast, or they're in really deep trouble.
Joel Embiid is like, that guy, he was such a good center for the team.
He is. He really is.
He meant a lot for the team. Like, if the team, without him, the 76ers could fall off. But Tobias Harris right now is the only reason why the 76ers are winning. And that's my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but, I mean, that's just me. But we also move over to Oklahoma as OKC took the dub against Sacramento as the score was 112-108. The Lakers also took a nice win in an away game against Golden State, which that was an actual win. Like, that was a nice win.
Yeah, they
Golden State at
absolutely
home.
destroyed Golden State. Golden State has not been good this year. They really don't have anyone playing.
Golden State,
they're not competing. They're the worst team in the league, and LA had an absolute field day. And as we look at this, Anthony Davis, LeBron James wasn't playing, and Anthony Davis really had a good game. So the Lakers are going to continue to play well.
I'm also surprised because Golden State, they're known for like being really good at being home because they have really good team chemistry. But don't forget the Lakers have another stacked team.
They do have good chemistry, but
LeBron.
also remember that their players from their championship team, most of them aren't on that team anymore.
Yeah.
And even the ones that were on that team, they're not playing right now because Klay Thompson is not playing. Steph Curry is not playing.
I think that's the reason why they lost, in my opinion.
Their best two players aren't on the court.
Yeah, no matter what, they're home or away. But they lost though 116-86 because that right there that I just said, that's a huge loss.
Right.
116-86. That's bad.
Well, the Lakers have been one of the best teams, and this was kind of expected. And another thing,
they're both good teams, but Golden State needs those.
We kind of passed over the Thunder game a little bit. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is coming, man. He's a 20-year-old point guard. You got him in the trade with the Paul George trade, and he's been very, very good for the Thunders right now. And he looks like a potential all-star at the point guard position. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep, we'll see how it goes. We also get to our last NBA game from last night. We have the Trailblazers as they could not hold on against the Pacers, 106-100. That was a close game, but Damian Lillard's hurt. I feel like the Trailblazers, they can get those extra points if they get Damian Lillard back. Because Damian Lillard, he's a really good point guard.
He's not just a really good point guard. There's an argument that he's the best point guard in the entire league at the moment.
That shows something.
I mean, he really is just insane.
Yeah.
And he's out right now. They're kind of relying on C.J. McCollum and Carmelo Anthony, and it's not really working.
That bad. Carmelo Anthony, move him to the Knicks. I feel like he was better on the Knicks.
He was better on the Knicks, but it doesn't matter. The Blazers have been better with Carmelo Anthony than without him.
Exactly.
Say all you want about Carmelo Anthony.
We also, the Bucks weren't playing last night, but they are 50-8. Can you believe that? Giannis Antetokounmpo is just, he's the reason why the Bucks are doing so well. He is a monster on that court.
I mean, it really, really is something special. He really is. But here's a question: are the Bucks really that good?
Are they better?
Do you
than
think they're
Golden
going to
State?
beat? Do you think that? Well, are they going to beat the Lakers? Are they going to beat the Clippers? Who are they going to beat? Or do you think they're on track to win the finals?
I think they're on track because Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's a tall guy. No one can get past him. He's a beast. He's literally a beast. I've seen him. He drives to the hoop and it's like no one's there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Zion Williams too.
Well, here's the X
really
factor for
too,
me. Here's the X factor for me. Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Yeah.
They lost. To who? The Raptors. Who was on the Raptors? Kawhi Leonard. Because Kawhi Leonard guarded him up and didn't give him any points.
Until he went to the Clippers.
Well, right, but the Clippers are in contention, to head to the finals. They're one of the two teams, along with the Lakers, that are going to head to the finals. One of those two are going to head to the finals. Mark my words.
We got three teams.
Is Kawhi going to guard him again? How good is he going to guard him?
We have three NBA teams that we're looking at right now because they're just so good. Right
now we're looking at the Bucks, the Lakers, and the Clippers now for the finals.
Those
are the three finals teams.
In my opinion, though, I think the Bucks are going to hang on to it because they've strived 50-8, that's like really good for NBA. Like that's NBA history.
Well, they really have that team
That's
chemistry
NBA
going.
history.
I mean, Giannis has his shooters. He has Chris Middleton. He has Eric Bledsoe. He has Kyle Korver. He has Brook Lopez.
Yeah.
He's got his shooters. Are they going to come out big in the finals?
We'll see.
Or in the playoffs?
I mean,
we haven't seen
every
that.
team.
We've seen LeBron do it in the playoffs. We've seen Kawhi do it in the playoffs multiple times. We've seen LeBron do it multiple times. We haven't seen Giannis and his team do it multiple times. So we got to watch.
Yeah. I mean, every team has like their players. Every team is going to have that good player that's going to lead the team. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, he has really good team chemistry, and I think that's what we're going to look for.
All right.
So with that being said, we also want to get to our last segment as we have the Yankees as they lost Luis Severino. In MLB spring training, it just started, and there's already 2 players hurt, Giancarlo Stanton and Luis Severino. I'm a Yankee fan, so seeing that, and Luis Severino is gone for the whole year, seeing that is not good. That is like, we literally could possibly be seeing the Yankees not be doing well because of Luis Severino.
Well,
the Yankees have really good pitchers, but like
they're losing their depth.
Exactly.
They're losing their depth. I mean, Severino's gone for the whole year, right?
Yep.
You also have James Paxton, who's not going to be back until early May. He's going to miss the first month of the season.
Yep.
You're going to be relying on Garrett Cole, who's a stud, but then you're going to be also relying on J. Happ and Tanaka.
You're not going to have that. The Yankees only have like a couple pitchers to rely on, if you think about it.
Their top 3, their 4 and 5 starters are very, who knows?
Yeah.
Jordan Montgomery, he's been injured. Jonathan Loaizaga is unproven.
Yep.
So I don't know about these Yankees. I
And
really don't
Giancarlo
for their pitching staff.
Giancarlo Stanton's such a good player, and he's hurt.
Well, Giancarlo Stanton didn't
Except
even...
he can come back.
Stanton,
He can come back.
He didn't even play last year. Is he really going to affect that team that much?
I mean, you never know. I
didn't
mean,
even
if he
play.
did play last year, he would be doing just as good as he was a couple years back.
Well, we'll see. I mean, he hasn't really, been on a roll with the Yankees. Everyone thinks he's a bust, so I really don't know if he's going to get in that groove or not.
Well, you never know. I mean, the thing is that Giancarlo Stanton, he just has that vibe to him of just knocking dingers out of the park.
I mean, he said he knew that, if I had that cheating stuff with the Astros, that I hit 80 homers. Well, get on the field and prove it.
Exactly.
I mean, come on. Unbelievable.
And, but yeah, it's just, I mean, we're going to see more players getting hurt.
We are. We've already seen the players getting hurt.
Either still in spring training or when the MLB season actually starts.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, teams get hurt, but it's going to be bad
happen.
for some.
You can't control it.
Yeah, some teams just get so robbed by the injuries.
You want to know what I do find that funny that I want to say? The thing that I find funny is that when one player, let's say one really good player for that team gets hurt, the whole team falls down. And it's like that's not for a lot of teams. That's for some teams.
Well, yeah. If the Angels, if Mike Trout goes down, their season's over.
Yeah, like
I mean, some teams rely on that good player like
exactly. Like
Mike
Johnny
Trout.
Antetokounmpo, the Bucks, they rely on him.
Yes, yeah. Especially in basketball, if someone gets hurt like Giannis, it's over for them. It's
exactly. Over. So yeah, that is that it. That wraps it up.
Yeah.
So that wraps it up for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This is episode 2 of the Sports Grind. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I'm Tyler Wargo.
I'm Mickey Perella.
And thank you for guys watching for watching the Sports Grind. And yeah, bye.